this could be a monumental weekend for McLaren. They can clinch the Constructors' Championship this weekend, which would be with 7 races still to go. It's been a phenomenal season. Just how different has it felt on the inside to last year's title success?
I think very different because, this year has just looked very different to last year. I think, last season went down to the final race and had a pretty eventful final race as well. So I think this year it's, clearly the car has been a step better. The team has been performing very well. So there's a much more of a sense of inevitability about this year. So, which is an amazing position to be in. It's a testament to all the hard work from everyone at the team. And, I'm the lucky guy that gets to drive the car at the end of the day. So, it's a testament to everyone's hard work, and very, very proud of everyone.
I mean, I'm reasonably confident. I think we're in this position now because of how strong we've been this year. So I'd be wrong not to have any confidence that we're going to have another good weekend. But like we saw last weekend out, that it's still possible people can be close and beat us, especially on these kind of street circuit, and low downforce tracks. We know there's some of our not as strong tracks. I wouldn't say we have any weak ones, but definitely some of the not so strong ones. So we'll see. We struggled. Oscar won here last year, but we certainly didn't have the pace to win, so that's why it was such an impressive win last year. Excited for that, to see what we can achieve.
Over one lap with the new tyres, sometimes it can hide a little bit the weaknesses of a car, but then in the long run, when degradation kicks in, that's really where, it's difficult to hide then the weaknesses of a car.
A win is a bit far-fetched considering I've been 6th, 7th and 8th for most of the season. I would love to get a podium for the team at some stage. Charles has had 4 or 5 of them, so I feel optimistic coming into the weekend. I feel like I've found a couple things, and now I need to work on extracting them. So I really hope that this weekend can be the start of that.
Monza was of course a great result for us. Big boost for everyone, and I'm excited to be here, see how competitive we can be on this track. It's very difficult to tell. Also with our car, I think we made some good steps forward, but we have to wait how it will behave on a track like this, which is of course very different, to Monza.
It is a matter of how to make it work in both short and long run, but I think it's getting there, especially short run. So it's just more focused, putting more efforts in the other side of the run in the long run, and just have to put it all together.
You qualified close to George, you finished in the points, and Toto Wolff described your weekend afterwards as underwhelming. What did you make of his comments?
Well, I think I pretty understand this comment. Me and Toto were always very open to each other, and we talk to each other quite openly. And I think it was mainly about the race. Qualifying was actually pretty good. Despite the off in FP2. But then in the race, especially on the hard tire, I struggled a little bit, and also, I did the mistake on the start. So I think it was mainly related to the race, which I agree on the comment, which wasn't the best. But as well, I think I took it with positive as fuel to do even better for this race weekend.
You got your penalty points back. Do you feel that's some justice served?
Yeah, I was pretty convinced after the race that it was obviously a mistake or a lack of judgment, and I'm very glad that the FIA has had the resources and the possibility to change that. I think it says a lot about the incident itself, but also about how far also the FIA have come in terms of analyzing those incidents and being able to how do you say in English, to rectify a decision.
I think it has the recipe to be a good weekend for us. I think it's a track that suits us, low downforce again. Yeah, it should be okay. I think the main thing for us is qualifying. Can we get the tyres to work? We struggled the last few races to get them to work, but if we can do that, we should have a good race.
Yeah, I feel good. Obviously, Baku, has some challenges, in terms of being on a street circuit, quite windy sometimes. The track keeps evolving the whole weekend. So, yeah, looking forward. It should be an interesting weekend. Let's see if we can score points.
We've had some weekends the car's been competitive, and some weekends we've struggled a bit more. But yeah, just keep going and see how we go.
Give us a track. Do you think you'll be particularly good in Singapore, for example?
I think it looks that way. It looks like we're better on the higher downforce tracks, places with longer straights, more efficiency. I think we tend to struggle a little bit more, but we saw in Monza that it was still. I think the car was still competitive. Fernando was on for some points before had the suspension failure. So yeah, we'll see how we go this week.
It's such a fine age between like being out of the points and being on the podium. So it's so tight. We just cannot we can't afford any mistakes, and we need to be smart in our approach heading into qualifying. But yeah, I think the car has everything to be in the top 10, both cars.
Explain Monza to us, because the car was quick there, yet quali didn't really work out. What were the issues there?
We didn't really have any issues. We just went for an aggressive run plan that didn't work out in the end. I think we you can always look back. Obviously, we look back on every weekend, and hindsight's a great thing. And I think looking back, we probably should have done an extra run there. And we put a lot of pressure on ourselves for the last run, and I got a little bit of traffic, and I just went off and didn't do a lap. So it's not that the speed wasn't there. We just didn't do a proper lap. So yeah, and it's in this season when it's so close to overtake, it's so tough. That qualifying is just very important.
I think in Monza we were competitive. Obviously here it's a little bit similar, but also different at the same time. But if you look across, the last 5-6 weekends and different tracks, I feel we have a competitive package and car beneath us, and nothing that suggests here it should be different. I think we will be competitive within the midfield. Remains very, close and fine, tight margins. From P10 all the way to the back. So, you just gotta be good, clean in the execution bit. But, I feel there's opportunities.
It's obviously so close. I think 8 points between yourself and 8th, Aston in 6th. How much of that is a motivator for you, for the rest of the team, to really finish the rest of this season on a high?
Well, it's a motivation, but it's clear. If we do our job well done and we deliver the results we need to deliver, we are going to be there. But it all depends on the performances we can pull on the track. Maximizing everything we have, the package, the car, the driving side. And if we deliver all of this, I believe we can be fighting with them. And hopefully we achieve this position.
The aim is going to be to try and fight hard and try and build our weekends, very strongly. It's important here, like Monaco, to try and build, a strong car, laps after laps, run after run. So, yeah, trouble-free day tomorrow is what we are aiming, and then we will see where we exactly position.
I have to ask about the penalty point situation, as it's 10 now that you're on after Monza. Does that kind of affect the way that you go into the next few races, or is it not something you're really thinking about?
Yeah, definitely something that I have to take into account. It's a shame to be at this point, but just have to have a few clean races for the next few.
I think last year was my best. Driving-wise, we always look at finishing position, but I think in terms of my drive on the Sunday was probably my best race of the year. Nonetheless, I was still out of the points and probably a lap down. So, still not great. But I think it's we know it's on paper with that long straight. Like looking at the performance of the package, even chassis-wise, there are things which needs to be improved. So I think it's all areas. We know at the moment we are not in a position to be fighting that top 10. We need some other factors to come in play for us to get some chances, but we need to put ourselves in a position to benefit from anything that happens. So hopefully it can be one of these weekends. don't mind some rain if it does happen, but yeah, we'll see.
I think start from zero again. We will try to maximize the package that we have, try to make the most out of it, and then let's see the result. But of course, that we've been at some tracks that we knew were on a struggle as a team. There has been some tricky performance, and we always try to make the most of the car, and the team is pushing in the right direction. There is some limitations that we know we have, and we are struggling with them a little bit. So yeah, we will just stay focused on this weekend now and try to make the most of the opportunities that present, and try to have a clean weekend.